Entering at the spring 2015 anime season, it earned a place in many fans' hearts, in no small part through its great action and fun characters. This series would be the charming work Kekkai Sensen. Personally, I love the amount of flavor this series was able to provide. It was a great amount of fun to go and watch, as well as provoking some thought about one's place in the world. Now, to get to the general gist of the story, it goes something like this. One day a portal opens up to the other world, in New York. That portal connects our world to theirs, and in that ensuing chaos came with it a host of problems. The first is the impenetrable barrier of fog blocking the city. Another would be the sudden introduction of all these fantastical things that we thought could only exist in fiction. This caused our current world to flip upside down. So our current story is set 3 years after the disaster, and we see the city is still recovering and adapting to life. But it's nice to see it be also familiar, yet different at the same time. Our story focuses on Leonardo Watch's quest to restore sight to his sister's eyes, and his involvement with the vampire hunting organization Libra. With the constant warfare between bioterrorists, bloodbreeds, and King of Depravity, Libra has a lot cut out for them. What really helps this anime is the reminder of the amount of stories all going on at the same time in the city. It helps add reason as to why Libra saves the city time and time again. Rather than being a vacuum of saving the city for plot points, we get the notion that people actually live here, and for that sake, we try our best to make it a place worth living in. In many ways, Kekkai Sensen tells its stories that are enjoyable in their own right. From the setting to the characters, it will not stop until it's shown you all of the City of Miracles. A high point of this anime would be the gorgeous backgrounds of the city, serving as both wallpapers and a narrative tool. Its chaotic nature is apparent at a moment's glance. If you were suddenly dropped off, your eyes would immediately be filled up with the sight of otherworldly beings that you've never dreamed of in a million years. The other shock would be the fact that no one else cares and is just trying to move along, getting to their destination. In a way, that sounds like New York, since everyone has no time to concern themselves with freaking out since they have jobs to do. A location like that, with the identity as a city so busy it never sleeps, is perfect to tell the story of Libra. The dense urban setting provides much for the audience to breathe in. This new unique take on the Big Apple. Many of the real-life locales still exist, but have undergone a transformation to mark the change that was a disaster 3 years ago. The staff at Studio Bones took excellent care of recreating New York to their best of their abilities. Shinji Kumura has a special knack in detailing every single brick in the city setting, so it's a no duh he was chosen to be the art director of the series. From Times Square to Lady Liberty, they took no chances in cutting detail from a location as vibrant as this. I really want to highlight the importance of Rie Matsumoto's directorial choices to shape out the city in the way it was. It's amazing how much of the city they could fit into one frame. The importance of the art is in the fact of how much of the aesthetic is not just a style, but a point of meaning for the story. Take away Hellsalem's lot, and I think Leonardo's story wouldn't even be half as interesting. Now with the stage set, we get to see for ourselves what Libra gets to do after kicking Bloodbreed ass. How do they relax? How do they unwind? These segments are entertaining and provide a humanizing element to Libra as we get to see them in their comfortable zone. One of these examples would be in the 3rd episode of the 2nd season. I speak in particular about Stephen Starface's story. We open up to a typical morning in Hellsalem's lot, the gargantuan beast roaming about and destroying half the city, which then cuts to Stephen's apartment. We see his maid Mrs. Veddead hard at work vacuuming the place. As Stephen walks into the main room and exchanges good mornings, we learn of a party he's about to make. This piece of information is nice to hear as we're used to him being the workaholic that stays on double shifts for everyone else. As Stephen talks to the many participants of the evening's party going on about what they're gonna bring, we see someone that truly wants to have fun. With the talk of the wine to be confirmed with his friends, we see him hang up, excited for the party. Seeing how much fun he's already having, Mrs. Veddead comments on that to Stephen, who's taken aback by the comment. All he can do is be shocked by this, stating how his cool demeanor makes him unreadable to his colleagues. It really is amusing to think that out of all these elite agents that comprise Libra, all are beaten out compared to a maid in telling moods. But enough of that. As you see later on with the party in full swing, everyone is enjoying themselves proper. Sadly, as with anything in the city, we have to tread safely, and we come to realize that all of this was just a ruse to kill Stephen. Of course, he anticipated this and eliminates him with ease. Even when seeing this coming, he couldn't help but get attached. We're offered this moment of vulnerability, so we can understand he's a person that's just seeking connection. His story does end on a high point, however, as when he's wandering outside, he runs into Miss Veded again, reminding him that he doesn't need to search all too far for it. Other than their private lives, seeing how they want to try and help out each other provides a sense of community and comfort in a city as crazy as this. Another high point are all the little quirks we get to see. These enjoyable little details we get to see of them are quite fun to witness. One such story is how Chain drank a guy out of the house at home, all just to get Leo's wallet back. The way he goes about this is very much like her. No drama, no posing, just a quick victory. Even though it's a loss when she comes home. Another detail could be the fact that Doghammer is a fan of the Cubism art style. It's these little moments of likes and dislikes that make these characters become more than just badass, or rather seem like actual people. And I don't care what you say, Kekkai taking out a horde of monsters while walking her kid home just makes her that much more badass of a mom. Being with essential folk like these would make every day at least interesting to Leo. And he realizes this. That's why Kekkai Sensen is so much fun. Seeing these guys going about their lives in a city like this could be nothing but fun. It's poetic beauty to a city of 1,000 stories, with all these people rolling about in the jungle, once again to live a life as crazy as fun as Leo's.